Welcome to the Property Profits Real Estate Podcast, the show where real estate investors talk strategy, capital, deals, and growth with your host, Dave Dubeau.
Hey folks, welcome back. Today, zooming in from just outside of Miami, Florida, very accomplished real estate investor, real estate developer, Brian Fay, and Trinity Development Partners. He's been doing a lot in real estate over the years, kind of, anywhere from multifamily developments to senior living developments to housing developments, kind of you name it. Brian's had experience in that. So Brian, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Yes, thank you very much for having me, Dave.
All right, my friend. So we are in the middle of 2026. Give us a little snapshot of what keeps you most busy these days. What are you most focused on?
Yeah, great question. So I do a lot of different things. I focus on senior living acquisitions throughout the nation, really.
Okay.
And then, but my main focus that takes up most of my time right now is my real estate development projects. They're all in the Orlando and surrounding markets, so Central Florida. Yeah. And we focus on a 55 plus active adult product. You could
makes sense for that market now, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Yes. So you could picture, it's a multifamily asset, multifamily development, and it has a ton of amenities. So it's pretty much a health and wellness resort, and that's what we focus on.
So is it vertical or is it horizontal? There's a whole bunch of townhouses. Is it a skyrise? Tell me, paint the picture a little bit more about the communities.
Yes. So we have 3 main projects going on right now. Mm-hmm. We have 487 units. That's in Lady Lake, Florida. If you're familiar with the Villages, which is a huge senior area.
I think everybody's heard about the Villages. Good old President Trump loves to hang out there and rally the troops. So yeah.
Yes. And so we own 70 acres right next to the Villages, and we're building the 487 units there. And that consists of, we have 5 main buildings that are 5 stories tall. Oh. And then we do a separate cottages. So we have 6 cottages that are just pretty much townhomes. Mm-hmm. And then we're big on amenities. So we have a 22,000 square foot amenity center. There's, it's a full spa. There's saunas, ice plunges. It's big on health and wellness. So longevity clinics in there, gyms, yoga. We even have a teaching kitchen. But it's, everything's very state of the art and high technology. And it's really nice.
Very cool. All right. So I'm getting my head around this. So it's not necessarily what we might have in mind with like individual bungalows or townhomes and everybody's zooming around on their golf carts necessarily. These are 5 multifamily, multi-story buildings. People have their own units, their own condominiums or apartments within that. And then it's pretty central to that amenity center. Is that correct? That's kind of...
Yes.
Yeah. Swimming pools, golf courses, that sort of thing. They can get access to that elsewhere, or do you have some of that stuff there as well?
Yeah. So we have a very nice swimming pool area. Every building has just tons of outdoor amenities all around it. Everything from pickleball to we have indoor virtual golf. Nice. And then right in that area, considering it's right next to the Villages, there are 51 golf courses for you to choose from. So
you don't need to build another one of those, right? There's spots there. Yeah. Okay, that's very cool, Brian. So are these build to sell, build to rent? How does that side of things look like for you?
Yeah, so everything we do is built to rent.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
Smart. Okay, so that's one of your projects. Are the other 2 similar to that, or are they very different?
Yeah, so out of the 3, all of them, we use the same exact team. So we spent about 6 years organizing what we believe is the rockstar team to do this product. We have our team, Trinity Development Partners. We have a great GC in place called Kaufman Lynn Construction. They're our main GC partner. We have Barnett Design as our architect, and then we use EXO and Keith Engineering as our civil engineering team. And we just go, location to location. And our next location is in Rockledge, Florida, which is 320 units. It's right next to Cape Canaveral. If you're not too familiar with that area, you can actually see the space shuttles shooting off from where this is located. Yeah. And it's called the Preserve at Rockledge. So that's number 2. And that's a split up of much more buildings. There's right around 20 buildings, and those ones are only 2 stories tall.
Okay.
And it's called the Preserve at Rockledge for a reason, because it is on a preserve. It's about half of the land is kind of a wetland, so we can't touch it, and there's just tons of birds and wildlife there. So it's a really cool spot. And then we're knee deep in it right now at Cascades at Martin, which is 362 units, and that's in Apopka, Florida. And we actually took that deal, and we spent a lot of time, about 2.5 years, organizing it to where we've closed on the land. We own 40.53 acres, and we took 30 of those acres, and we're under contract to sell it to Meritage Homes, which is the 5th largest home builder in the U.S. They're actually a publicly traded company. And with that, the deal we worked out is when they close, when the permit's approved, we'll actually own the additional 10 acres where we're building 362 units free and clear at that point, pad ready to go vertical on our 362 units. And with that, when you actually own the dirt and you have no debt and it's owned free and clear, it really boosts returns for investors. So we're very excited about Cascades at Martin right now.
So how long have you been doing these kind of projects for, Brian?
Yes, that's a great question, Dave. Yep. So I've been in construction pretty much my entire life. I'm 41 now. I started maybe when I was 16 doing construction. And so I have a ton of construction experience. I have my own construction company, Florida Palm Construction, located in South Florida. And, so I've had that company for 14 years. We actually just finished our 800th project with that company. So tons of construction experience. And so we've been doing it for a while.
Okay. So do you have an existing portfolio of these kind of communities already, or are you getting the ball rolling with these 3?
Yes. So for this 55 plus active adult product that we're developing for ourselves, these are the first 3.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
That's exciting stuff. So, dumb question. You've got a construction company, but you're partnering with a different construction company to do these projects. Why not use your own? Why not go more vertically integrated?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for us and how Florida Palm Construction is ran, we're very well set up for government contracts. So we do a lot of work with Broward County, all the major universities in South Florida, a bunch of different cities. And we're not really set up to do, big multifamily projects. So what
kind of stuff do you do for the government? What kind of?
Yeah. So it's a wide array of different things. It's mostly like tenant improvement type projects. So a lot of remodels of government buildings, life safety systems throughout police stations, just all sorts of random things.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So you've got a ton of construction experience, but not necessarily in multifamily from the ground up. You don't want to experiment. You don't want to go through the learning curve with these massive projects that you're getting rolling here. So you've found a company that has a lot of experience with that already, correct?
Yes, and we have done 3 large multifamily projects. Okay. Yeah. It's just we really like the continuation contracts the government gives us. Yeah. And my wife runs that company, and I focus on real estate and real estate development full time. Okay. And, that's her bread and butter, and it works. So she just sticks with it.
She just, okay, everybody's staying in their lane. Smart. Smart
Yes.
man. So, Brian, tell me a little bit about the assisted living side of your business. That's very, very interesting. So you got 55 plus brand new build lifestyle type communities. Then you got something for people that are further along in their life journey with the assisted living. Tell me how you got into that and what the portfolio currently consists of.
Yeah, very good. So, yeah, I started in senior living in about 2024. So just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And, I closed on a big multifamily deal in Gainesville, Florida. And then, in 2024, I was, searching far and wide for the next deal. I underwrote, I don't know, countless deals. It was really difficult at that time. Just debt was very expensive. Everything was priced really high. Wasn't the best time to purchase at that time. And so I had a friend who introduced me to senior living. And we looked at it was a portfolio deal in Georgia.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my goodness, the numbers make sense. Like this pencils and it works. And we, as a general partners, get to keep a lot more of the deal than you would if you were doing a typical multifamily deal. With a multifamily deal, you're seeing, a 30-70 split, 30% GP, 70% LP, which is your investors. And at a senior living deal, we were seeing, a 50-50 split or even a 30-70 in the other direction. Yeah. So it was, that really kind of got me excited. And I went and visited a bunch of communities, and I really started to feel the heart behind it, caring for seniors, giving them a good community to live in, with activities and all sorts of, just like a community of people to live life with. It was really, a cool experience.
What size facilities are they, Brian?
Yeah, so I have everything from my smallest is a 19 unit, all the way up to 175 unit.
Wow. Okay. And those were all three of them were part of one portfolio. Is that correct?
Well, so that was that deal altogether. All three of them are in pretty close vicinity, and that one is 59 units. But then since then, I've actually closed on 16 senior living communities. So wow. Kind of throughout the nation. Yeah, I really went all in on senior living.
And you went fast too. My goodness. So that's like 16 in a year and a half or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Very, very cool. So from what I understand, Brian, there's a couple of different ways to do senior living. One is to kind of be the property owner and the landlord. And the other way is to do all of that plus operate the facilities. Which flavor do you guys prefer?
Yes. So it started with self-operating, and I have 4 locations that I still self-operate. We have really great boots on the ground, executive director. So that helps significantly. It's when you do that, it is a full-time job. It's a huge undertaking. Senior living, it can be very fruitful. It's just very business heavy. It's
It's a business. Yeah. It's not passive. There's nothing passive about that.
Not at all. So I have those 4 that I self-operate, and then everything else, the other 12 are third-party operators that I've partnered with.
So the other 12, did you get those kind of like as one big portfolio or onesie twosie kind of thing? How did that end up working for you?
Yeah, so most of them were single deals. I do have another portfolio that was 3 in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and then another that was outside of Louisville, Kentucky. That was 2 locations, but everything else was single buildings.
Very good. Well, that's got to be pretty capital intensive. So have you been raising capital like a madman for these, or did you already have a ton of capital lined up? How's that side of things been working for you, Brian?
Yeah, that's a great question. So yeah, like with every real estate deal, it does require capital. And yes, we're always having to raise capital, always looking for new investor relations people to interview to join the team. It's an ongoing battle. Some deals go a lot quicker than others. it really depends. But we typically do 506c syndications for accredited investors. And so it's a huge focus of what I do day to day. As a general partner, you really have to, bring your own capital, figure out, how to raise capital and, so it's
very, very cool. So would it be fair to say that you've got two main areas that you're focusing on? You've got the senior living portfolio, which is blown up over the last couple of years. And then now you've got the development side of things with the 3 projects that are in different levels of development at this point. Is that your main focus these days, those 2 things?
Yes, that is my main focus.
I'm thinking you probably don't have a heck of a lot of time.
Yes. I love it. I wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, ready to go, before the rest of the family gets up. And,
Yes.
I'm at it. It keeps me energized. I just love the journey real estate's given me. And, I've been doing it full time for about 4 years now. And, it's, I'm at the point now where, all the hard work is really starting to pay off. I have a lot of freedom. It sounds like a lot when you close on a deal and the going up to it, it's a ton of work. But once you're in it and you have the operator in place and everything's stable, I mean, there's deals that give me nice cash flow and, it takes 15 minutes a month. It's
beautiful. Once it's all set up and humming along. That's the passive one. Those are the passive ones. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Excellent, Brian. So looking ahead over the next 12 to 24 months, where do you see your company going?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, so development, focusing primarily on that. We're going vertical on these projects. In the next 24 months, I expect to be pretty much complete on Lady Lake and Rockledge, and have our certificate of occupancies in place, and really working on that lease up, and getting them leased up. And for our projects, we partnered with a big senior living operator, and they have 54 full cycle exits, and they've leased over 13,000 units at this point, been in business for 49 years. So, we partnered with them because of their experience. And we have a really good plan to get these places leased up, and we're starting leasing now, and we haven't even broken ground on these projects yet.
Sorry, you're talking about the senior living ones?
The development projects.
The development. Okay, so the senior living projects, you're partnered up with somebody as well, or did I?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So that's all different operators.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, per area.
Got it. So you're partnered out with somebody to help you lease out the 55 plus communities. Is that what I was understanding there? Okay.
Yes.
Very, very cool.
Yep. They're part of our development team.
Yeah. Nice. Well, hey, congratulations. You got a lot of plates spinning, my friend, but you seem to be doing a great job of it.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dave.
So if people want to connect, well, first, let me ask you this question. Who are you looking to connect with these days?
Yeah. So, the main thing, we're always interviewing for, co-GPs, investor relations people to join our team. I'd say that's the main thing. We're always looking for just partners. If you feel you could bring value to a development and you have experience in that, I'm always up for talking to new people. But the primary thing we're looking for right now is investor relations roles to join our team.
What does that mean? Investor relations roles? What do you mean by that?
Yeah. So for that, we're looking for people that would come on as a general partner that could also bring investors. They can raise capital and then be a part of the team. There might be some tasks you have to do throughout, the whole process, the development process. But the primary role is, raising capital, bringing investors, and then following our process to keep our investors updated, through our monthly webinars, through cash flow portal, our investor portal we use, and just making sure the investors are up to date. That's
Got it.
our primary thing.
All right. So if people want to connect with you, where should they go? What's the best place?
Yeah. So I'd say the easiest place is good old LinkedIn. You can find me, just search for Brian, Brian, and then my last name is Fay, F as in Frank, AY. And you could find me in there under Trinity Development Partners. I also do a mastermind. It's called Ground Up. I partnered with an awesome guy named Ryan Byrne, and we have a mastermind. We've been doing it for about 16 months now. Solid group of people in there, and we go through everything there is involved with developing real estate, from the acquisition to engineering the capital stack to techniques on raising capital to building the buildings, to stabilizing the buildings, and the exit, and what that looks like. So if you're interested in finding out more information on that, we're starting another group at the end of August. We're only going to bring in 5 more people at this time. We like to keep it intimate. But
so people can find out more about that by connecting with you on LinkedIn, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Awesome, Brian. Well, hey, you've done a lot you've been doing this for a long time, but you've crammed a lot in the last couple of years. So congratulations on taking massive action.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dave.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.
Thanks for listening to the Property Profits Podcast. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, apply at daveinterviews.com.